Y'all, some reactions feel bigger in the moment. A word, the silence, a look. Suddenly your chest tightens, emotions rise, and clarity just disappears. So when a twin flame triggers you, it can feel personal and overwhelming. And today we're talking about why these triggers happen, what they're really showing you, and how to move from pain into awareness. So a trigger isn't caused by the other person. It's the activation of something that's already inside of you. So triggers point to the unhealed wounds, stored emotional memory, attachment patterns, and your nervous system responses. So the moment isn't the cause, it's the doorway. So twin flame connections activate triggers because, emotional familiarity is high. Vulnerability is exposed quickly, and mirrors are clear and direct. So they don't create the wound, they just illuminate it. Now, the triggers for twin flames, we really get triggered by things like feeling ignored or just abandoned on this journey, and there's that fear of rejecting us and just not really being good enough. Then there's the loss of control because you feel like somehow you can control the moment and you can't. You really feel like you're not chosen. You're feeling unseen and just misunderstood every time you try to explain it. They're looking at you like you're the new fruit in the Fruit Loops. So, um, these reactions are invitations to self-inquiry, not self-judgment. So let's talk about how to pause in the moment. When you're triggered, stop responding immediately. Ground your body, breathe, stand, touch something solid. Name the emotion without the story behind it. What are you feeling? Regulation creates space for insight. And your nervous system is usually going to tell you exactly what's going on, what's triggered it. You just have to learn to listen to it. Now, here's how you find the lesson. You have to ask yourself, what am I afraid of right now? What have I felt, or when have I felt this before? What belief is being activated? And what part of me is asking for reassurance? Because the lesson lives beneath that reaction. So, the difference between healing and enduring during these times is, healing is going to be you're understanding the pattern, you're changing the response, and you're strengthening self trust. Enduring is just basically staying activated, repeating the cycle, and waiting for them to change. Growth happens when you choose awareness over repetition. And sometimes the lesson isn't internal. If a trigger repeats and communication doesn't improve, respect isn't restored, safety isn't present, and the lesson may be to step back, not to dig deeper. Self awareness includes self protection. So, as the lessons integrate, emotional reactions soften, you feel less pulled to this person. Um, you respond with clarity and your center strengthens. So, the trigger loses power because you learned what it came to teach. So, here's a grounded truth here. Not every trigger means that you should stay, and some mean that you're ready to outgrow the dynamic. Awakening includes discernment. So when your twin flame triggers you, the pain isn't the point, the awareness is. And when you see the lesson clearly, you reclaim your power and the pain that you no longer leads. So if this resonated, I want you to comment down below because I'd love to hear from you. What trigger taught you the most about yourself? And if you're choosing awareness over reactivity, subscribe to the channel, guys. Don't miss the next video because this channel is about conscious love, grounded growth, and self-trust. And I will see you guys in the next video.